modern gas stations or anything. There's a little store here across the street. I'm gonna run real quick. The motorcycle outpost. This is where the people hang out. And there's a little food mart. They sell motorcycle attire. And there's just a few there's some old abandoned buildings here that and some houses that were falling down back behind us. We came back by. But this is the main little square downtown right here. And that is about it. But they had lost their charter because of some dirty dealings and stuff. And there was a college here, and it was a very prosperous town back started in 1860. Between 1860 and 1880s or something. But I have more specific stuff that I'll add in here that we found, and more information that we found. And but this is pretty much it. It goes out from here is just mostly residential, houses and stuff, and just these old buildings that are still lingering on, and some look like they're obviously have occupied, but are just old buildings that are just sitting there. And so that's going to be it. We're going to go around and see if we can see any more stuff outside of this downtown. That's some of what's left, and we'll head down the road. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe this video. Hit that bell. Make sure you be notified of my content when I come out. We're going to more of these old towns and checking them out, see what's left, and we will be back shortly. Straight right there?
Yeah.
Now, I'll go get it. Check this out real quick. Alright folks, sorry with that long ride. We got back over here to this town we were in earlier, and I was going to get this earlier, but we got distracted. So this is the back of the high school here that was functioning until 1990, somewhere in the early 90s, and this is what's left of the back of the school, and it's a football field. The goalposts are still here, and its grass has grown up, and all you see is the two goalposts. And somebody has bought the school building and their property, because it looks like on the front of it there is a bunch of stones, and there's some kind of a business there. But on the back, I was told her a while ago to come check this out. There's goalpost for the football field still here, and there's field behind the school, and I just thought that was kind of interesting. Just remnants of what's left. More of this stuff is left in this little bitty town. So we'll go back into downtown and look around.
city was first settled in 1860 and named 7 Points. It grew quickly and by 1885 had absorbed the neighboring communities of Prospect and Graybill. In 1888, private school was established. The building was later sold to the Methodist Church, establishing Westminster College. The college, a preparatory school for prospective ministers, was named after Westminster, Maryland, a Methodist stronghold in an otherwise predominantly Catholic state. Within a year, the residents of 7 Points decided to change the name of their community to Westminster. The town received a post office branch in 1899, and Westminster was incorporated after a vote of 38 to 19 against on June 17, 1916. Around the same time, the Greenville and Whitewright Northern Traction Company built a railway line from Anna to Blue Ridge that passed through Westminster. Economic and population growth followed afterward, and from the turn of the 20th century into the 20s, Westminster served as a cotton market and trade center for local farmers. The population grew to a high of 600, with several businesses and a high school in 1920. However, the railroad line was abandoned and the other railroads bypassed the town. During the Great Depression, the population of Westminster was reduced by over half to 268, and the town never had the renewed growth of its larger neighbors, such as Van Alstyne, Anna, or Melissa. Most of the town's businesses had closed by World War II. The population continued to decline until the early 1970s, when it slowly began to recover. By 1990, Westminster's population was 388. Westminster received a volunteer fire department in the 1990s. Fire department establishment started by lifelong resident Sam Gear. Gear saw a need in the small town for the need of fire department response. Gear was the fire chief since the beginning until 2013, when he was made an honorary chief. During the night of May 9, 2006, at around 10:30 p.m., an F3 tornado swept through the small community of Westminster, leveling many homes, damaging several others, and killing 3. Several others were injured and taken to local hospitals, while the American Red Cross set up shelter at Anna High School in nearby Anna. Sirens sounded at Anna, but due to the small population, sirens are not installed in Westminster, giving no warning to its residents. The storm struck very quickly, allowing little time to prepare. Westminster High School was one of the last, if not the last, Texas school to field an 8-man football team. During the 1983 season, they beat a Dallas area team 90-0.
Baptist Church.
Yeah. Get a picture of that church. That's cool looking.
Yeah, right up there too. You got a little old little, what do you call those little hop up and down little.
I tried to get a picture of that. That's cool. The way they built them. Because he was making donuts in the church parking lots.
No. And there's something else. Oh, that's a water meter or something. Here. See what it says. Yeah, we'll go do this historical marker for the church. Sunday school worship service. It says the congregation traces its history to the establishment of the United Baptist Church here in 1848 on 3.5 acres of land donated by Hezekiah Warden. By 1850, the town of Pilot Grove contained the Baptist Church, a post office, grist mill, drugstore, several saloons, and a cotton gin. Warden donated an acre of land along Pilot Grove Creek to the Baptist Church in 1854. Pilot Grove Baptist Church was established as a mission of the United Baptist Church by elders John A. Piars, Benjamin Watson, and George F. Calor, and a number of other charter members in 1858. Early worship services were held in members' homes and in the local schoolhouse until the sanctuary was built in 1876. During this time and until the early 1970s, new converts were baptized in nearby Pilot Grove Creek. According to local tradition, the original sanctuary was destroyed in a tornado and replaced with a new church building at this site in 1917. During World War II, the town of Pilot Grove began a rapid decline and today is a small rural community with only this congregation and 2 cemeteries remaining. Pilot Grove Baptist Church nevertheless continues a tradition of hosting social events and providing worship services for the community. Across the street over here, there's an old building that might have been one of those buildings that were just mentioned. We'll go over there and see what and get a little picture of that. It said on the historical marker that was probably that building over there might have been a grist mill. It's said a bunch of stuff when it started. What used to be here.
Can you get me did you get a picture of it?
No, that video
of the sign?
Yeah.
Can you get me a napkin out of there?
Oh yeah.
I've never seen a booger look like that.
Tornado took the church down. 1917, I think, is it? Mm-hmm.
They rebuilt it.
Yeah. This is well, not new, but it wasn't the original one.
Damn, that sucker was. I couldn't breathe.
Let's go here.
Goats are crazy.
Yeah, little babies out there.
The 2 down there are playing.
Or a grist mill or whatever it mentioned.